Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken, according to Oscar Wilde, and I totally agree. In this video, I want to encourage you to think about when you are presenting being your authentic self. So let me share with you what I think that means and, more importantly, how you can do it. So when we think about what makes us unique, now you might think, oh, nothing, because I did that for a long time. Yes, all of your lived experience to date compiles to make you uniquely you. So if you've never done this exercise, I want to encourage you, after you finish watching the video, to get out a pen and paper and sit down and think about all of the accomplishments, all of the experiences, all of the things that you have had in your life that add up to you being you. So one of the ways I talk about this in my intro is my over 30 years experience in corporate America in training and development, specifically HR and EAP roles. All of those experiences combined have led me to create the programs that I now deliver to my clients. So what is it about you that makes you unique? Take the time to write those things down and review them. Make sure they align with your values. Again, if you've never done a values exercise, Google a values worksheet, look through it, and decide what values are important to you, what values do you want to live by, and align those two so that when you are speaking, when you are interacting with other people, you can be true to your values. I believe people can tell when you are trying to be artificial or fake and you're not in alignment with your values. So that is, I think, very important work. Now, the next thing I want you to think about in terms of being authentically you is embrace imperfection. This idea that we're going to be perfect, it's just nonsense. And social media is a trap, because what do people put on social media? Their best. They don't ever show, typically, the dark side of things. Interestingly enough, those are called the B-rolls, but I still think B-rolls are curated to some degree, and people are putting their best foot forward. You don't see the grit, the sweat, the tears, all of the angst that went into creating what they are now delivering or the life they are living. If you look at stories of very successful people, they typically started in a place that was not great. They didn't just suddenly appear on the scene. I remember when I was a director with BNI and talking to Dr. Ivan Meisner, who's the founder, he once said to me, yes, it took me 25 years to be an overnight success. I mean, think about that. He worked very, very hard building his business, focusing on his craft, writing books, doing the things that he needed to do to become an overnight success. It was not overnight. And that is true for all of us. Every day we need to take steps towards our goal in a real and authentic way. Avoid copying somebody else. Now, you can learn from other people and you can identify with what their message is, but you cannot copy them verbatim. It just won't work. So find out what is real for you and do that in a way that rings true to your heart. Now, the next thing I want to encourage you to think about when we talk about authenticity is creating or aligning those values with your presentation. So, for example, one of my values is being on time and focusing on my commitments, keeping the commitments I've made. Now, I will also tell you that there have been a few weeks that even though my goal on my YouTube channel is to record and post a video every week. I've missed a few. Life interfered. Here's the deal. You've got to get back on the horse, so to speak, right? You can't let that one slight detour or that one time you forgot or that one or and or ah, whatever it is that trips you up, just put it behind you and move forward. So this idea of alignment and authenticity goes to values, goes to being excellent, and goes to practice. You've heard me say it time and time again. Practice equals progress. The more I do something, the better I will get at it. So the more I can align who I really am with what I'm communicating in my presentation, in my meetings, in my written word, it all ties together. So I want you to focus on who you are and what you can bring to your clients. When you embrace your authenticity and be who you really are in this world that is constantly, as E.E. Cummings says, trying to get you to be somebody else, you will be far more successful than if you, the expression is fake it till you make it. Maybe that has some meaning in some places, but I want you to think about when I'm fake, it or my clients. So be you and show the world the real you. Of course, as always, if you know somebody who could benefit by watching this video, please share it with them. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel so you can get my weekly updates. See you next time.